If machines are using our conversations to add to the overall intelligence of robots in the future, they will also need to protect our privacy. If a robot knows everything about us, then it will know our credit cards, bank accounts, and passwords. That level of intrusion into our lives becomes a very dicey issue because too much transparency means that we lose our ability to own things. And ownership is the foundational principle upon which our society works. Does the protection of privacy become a new law required in every future robot operating system? At the same time, our robots need to understand our preferences. What kind of products do we normally buy? What food do we like? Who are our family members, friends, pets? What brands do we prefer? What forms of entertainment do we enjoy? Every piece of information helps streamline our transactions and reduces the amount of time invested in every accomplishment. If we send our robots to the store to buy groceries for us, how will we empower them to select the right products? Our economy is based on people. Humans are the buying entities, the connectors, the decision makers, and the trade partners that make our economy work. Without humans, there can be no economy. Generally speaking, when a person buys tools, it increases their capabilities and by extension increases their value as an economic entity. When a person buys a computer and becomes proficient at using it, this added piece of digitalization increases their capabilities, their earning powers, and their sphere of influence as a consumer. In general, people with computers earn and spend more than people without computers. Similarly, people who own cars, homes, and businesses tend to earn and spend more than people without them. Ownership and control becomes part of our personal toolbox, a toolbox that gives us additional capabilities and thereby adds to our economic contributions. Since the capabilities granted by owning a computer connected to the internet can be far more scalable than owning a car or a home, its influence on our overall economy has been largely underestimated. We will encounter similar underestimations as we combine the scalability of internet-connected automations to the capabilities of a person in the years ahead. Competing with robots is far different than competing against robots. When we add machine skills to the resume of an individual, we end up with a far different equation. That said, the coming decades will be far less about humans competing against machines and far more about how we can leverage them to our advantage. For this reason, it's imperative that the tech companies who are building the brains of our future robots and automation get it right. We will need to trust our machines and trust the decisions they make. We are still a long ways from creating Hollywood-style robots with an emotional mind capable of making value judgments that we feel comfortable with. But we are very close to leveraging machine capabilities in far more interesting ways. Machine-based automation will revolutionize our world every bit as much as the computers already have. What cannot be lost in this discussion is the need for a rapid transitioning skill base where we quickly identify the gaps and train people to fill them. Machines can either become our greatest asset or our greatest liability. It's up to us to decide.